and good evening, and welcome to JSM, not JSM, freaking BVL round 7. Yay! Let's get this show on the road. This is the feature race. We had an awesome sprint race. Feature race is still to come. It should be pretty damn good. Lots of overtaking here at Alsace Village. We've got 18 laps. And it is a tyre killer as well, so let's see how we go. Let's get it going. Righto, round 7 feature race. Let's go. Okay, so off pole we've got Slam and Sam, and we've got Killer in second and Maxi in third. It's a full reverse grid to the finish of the sprint. And away they go. Now, I don't expect there to be any moves into the first corner, but as I say that, there's a move straight up the inside there by Killer. And he's put the hammer down. He's showing his intention early by the looks of things. Definitely wants to get out in front and trying to pull some sort of lead, I think. So we've got Killer. He's made a move on Sam. And then we've got Maxi. Oh, someone's going for a dive there. Who's that? Baldy's got down the inside of Hitcho. And we've got Stealthy, Flash in 7th position. Got Johnny Shepherd. Came second in the sprint race. He's making moves already. He's up to 8th. Then we got Beretta, Cyclone Dan, Slippy, and Marshmallow. He's done a nice paint job on that one, I must say. Let's put on the race info so everyone knows where we're all up to. And we'll go back out in front now. We've got Killer. He's already got a bit of a lead there, and Max is up into third. Max is into second, Baldy into third, and Slam and Sam slowly going back through the field. It's hard to tell the two purple cars different, actually. And then we've got Hitcho in 5th, holding off the pack. They're all chasing him now. There's 4 of them together. Look at them coming into that corner. It's a very tough corner, this one. The car wants to drift wide. This is where the action is right now. Still the first lap, and it's action packed already. Stealthy's gotten a little bit wide. Oh, everyone's hit the brakes there. But they all come out of it okay. It's heavy damage in the feature race. So, yeah, they all need to take care, otherwise they're going to be going to the pits. Alright, Cyclone Dan under attack by Slippy, who in tail is attacking Flash. Bretta's just sitting at the back there. And he's got Marshmallow at the very rear. Killer out in front, just clearing out at the moment. He's got no one in front of him. He can save his tyres a bit. Just have a nice clean run. Got Bad Dog Max, 2nd position in that G70. We got Baldy having an absolute blinder at the moment. He's changed cars up from the WRX to the Ferrari. At the halfway mark of the season, we gave everyone an option. They could change their cars and pick one more car for the rest of the season, or stick with the one they chose. So a couple of guys changed cars, and a couple of them stayed with, like Flash and Bad Dog Max, they stayed with the G70. They've got supreme confidence in it. Who else changed? Hitcho stayed then. Oh, Stealthy, he went to the most futuristic car out there, the Citroen. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. Dan stayed in the Supra. Slippy's just gotten underneath him there. So yeah, there's definitely a move happened there. Very, very nose to tail these guys are at the moment. And right on with Dan down through the corkscrew, Nelly. It's almost like the corkscrew, just a little bit closer together. A little touch there. Dan going to go around the outside of Slippy by the looks of it. No, Slippy holds it. But now he's got Flash on the outside of him. And over the line, Killer's done a 2-minute lap. So he's definitely trying to pull away. These guys are doing 2:03s. Slippy's got a good run there by the looks of it. Be interesting to see what happens here. Oh, Hitcho just moves over a little bit there. Maybe he didn't know he was there. He was probably really worried about Stealthy, to be honest. Stealthy got hung out to dry. But he got a great run out of that corner. He just got stuck with nowhere to go. Will he get a good run up the inside here? He's going to be on the outside for the next corner. That's going to make it really hard. Oh, Hitcho's gotten squeezed there. It was tough racing. Very tough racing. Max out, Killer out in front. Really stretching his lead out now. We're only on lap 2 and he's probably gained 3 seconds. Yeah, he's definitely putting the hammer down. Ballie's now all over the back of Maxi. And John's up to 4th position. So Baldy is all over Max. Max and Baldy, probably 2 of the hardest people to pass in the championship, to be honest. They are extremely good at defending their position. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. We have John in 4th position. Slippy in 5th position. Slam and Sam in 6th. So it's all starting to settle down now. Dan in 7th. Flash in 8th. Stealthy in 9th. Beretta in 10th. Hitcho in 11th after that mishap. And then Marshmallow in 12th. So we'll ride back on board with our race leader at the moment. Sinkilla. Doing extremely well. Just keeping it nice and clean. Trying to gap everyone. Okay, we're coming back to Maxi. Max and Bally, and now Mr. Shepherd's turned up. So it'll be interesting to see how these two get on with the fast guy right behind them. See if they can hold him up at all, or will he just blow through them? Slippy's back there in 5th. Dan's in 6th. He's gotten past Sam. Flash and Stealthy are running together very tightly. Stealthy's been doing a great job not to even touch anyone, really. He's got the pace. He just can't fight. He can't buy the right line. He just needs the right line, and then he'd probably get away from a couple of these guys the way he's driving. Beretta, Hitcho, and Marshmallow. Oh, these guys are at it now. That's right on board with John. Yep. Well, we got a good run there. So what's going to happen here? He's going to be on the outside. The Ferrari's got crazy speed up here. Is he going to try around the outside? He's giving it a go. Oh, he's gone a little bit sideways there. And Baldy's got a run on him. Oh, Baldy's done an under and over there. And he's got the run too. So he could get this back. He could get this spot back. He's in the slip as well of Max in front. Whoop. I think he thought he squashed him there. I think Baldy's let him go there for sure. Maybe he thought he was a bit too close. Anyway, now we've got Killer out in front. Absolutely gone. No one's even in the screen. Now we've got Maxi, and he's now got John all over the back of him. And John's on a flyer. And then we've got Baldy in 4th position. And Slippy's now caught up to Baldy. So Slippy will be wanting to get past him as quick as possible. Back to Cyclone Dan. He's in that nice looking Supra. Driving very well today, Dan. Flashy in the G70. And then we've got Stealthy and Slam & Sam. Stealthy trying to go around the outside. Now he's going to have the inside line. And he takes that line too. Great move by Stealthy. Great move by Stealthy. Then there's Hitcho, Beretta, and we've got Marshmallow. So we'll get back to where the action is at the moment. We've got Maxi trying to defend from John. And then we've got Bawley trying to defend as well. Oh, little touch there, little touch. But they all get through fine. Steps out a little bit. And they go over the line for their 6th lap. Tyres are ×4 and the fuel's ×4. So I'm expecting them to pit between lap 7 and lap 12. There could be a couple of different strategies. They could be on hard, softs, mediums. Let's have a look at what their tyres are now, eh? Let's put it on display all. And then we will do this and move this way a bit. Let's have a look from there. So, we've got Killer up in front. His tyres are getting pretty worn right now, that's for sure. His front left, his main one. Then we've got John Shepherd. His tyres aren't too bad, but while he's in this battle with Max, it's going to be pretty hard. As he makes a move, he just sends it up the inside there. Gets a bit of a drift going. And Slippy's gotten through on Baldy as well. He might make a double move here. Up the inside of Max. I think they just had a little bit of a touch there. Slippy's tyres are looking really good at the moment. And Maxi's tyres are fantastic. He's on racing mediums though. So he's running with these guys on racing mediums. So that's a fantastic effort. And we got Baldy, he's on racing softs. So at the moment, Bad Dog Max is doing a sensational job. Cyclone Dan, he's running on softs, but he's picked up front bumper damage, so he might have clipped the wall or clipped the car. So he'll have to get that fixed when he comes into the pits. Stealthy's tyres, not Stealthy, Flashy's tyres are fantastic. The tyres are actually really good on mediums, so yeah, they're doing really well in the four-wheel drives. Stealthy's racing softs, look at that, he's got the most tyre of anyone, by far. Whoa, racing mediums, maybe a nose crunch there by Slam & Sam, but still all good, no problem at all, but he's running around racing mediums, that explains why he's a little bit slower. They've got a hit show on racing mediums as well, but he's got some serious damage. We've got Beretta being followed closely by Marshmallow. These guys are going at it right now. And Beretta's on hard tyres. He might be going for a one-stopper here. And Marshmallow's on softs. Oh, what's happened there? I think there was a touch. Racing hards. Marshmallow slowed down to wait for him. Don't know what's happened. He's struggling to get going. It's just starting to spin now. So back with Killer. He's on finishing off lap 7, but his tyres are shot. He has just used the last bit of his front left-hand tyre. And then we have John, he's up into 2nd position, and Slippy into 3rd. So these two are going to want to start to pull away now for sure. Baldy in 4th, being attacked by Max. And then Cyclone Dan's nearly catching up to them as well. Killer's coming down, finish off his 7th lap, and he dives into the pits. He's into the pits. So John's coming past the pits now. So is Slippy. As he comes into the pits, that Lilo and Stitch livery looks fantastic. Wonder what tyres he's put on. Will he put enough fuel in? No one else has come in the pits yet, so that's interesting. Let's see what tyres he comes out on. He's dropped all the way back down the field, that's for sure. Dan's caught up to Maxi here. Flash is running around on his own. Stealth's on his own at the moment. Then we've got Slam and Sam followed by Hitcho. And Killer's come out in 10th position, but he was the first one to pit. And he's come out on medium tyres. So he's definitely planning on running to the end. So we've got John out in front now and on lap 8, and his front left-hand tyre and his front right aren't looking the greatest. His rear left isn't too shabby either. So let's see what his tyres are like compared to Slippy's. Slippy's got way more tyre than what he does. So this could be an interesting battle here. Be interesting to see how they go. Slippy's all over the back of him at the moment. Baldy's pulled away from Max now. And they're on lap 8. Up the hill they go. Coming downhill. Just quickly cycling through the field. No positions have changed. So this is where the battle is at the moment, in 1st and 2nd. Oh, he gets a very sideways out of there. Oh, he fakes to go into the pits. Stays out. I don't know if that was a good idea, staying out on his soft tyres. They are completely dead. And Slippy's just biding his time, I think, by the looks of this. They've got about the same amount of fuel, so Slippy's tucked right up in the slipstream. And the accountant just sneaks his nose down the inside there. I don't think there was anything John could do there. He's run out of tyres. He's just going to try and hold on now to stay with him. John's just going to stick with him as best he can at the moment. Slippy's got a little bit of tyre. John hasn't got any at all. And some of these corners you'll definitely know the difference. Starting to drive away a little bit now, especially on that corner. You can see the difference. As the sun's starting to rise at Alsace Village. And then we've got Baldy holding off Max. He's put a little bit of a gap on him now, maybe half a second or so. So he's finding some clean air now. His tyres are shot as well. Racing mediums are nearly gone now for Max. So Max's mediums only lasted as long as Baldy's softs. Right, that's interesting. Interesting to know. What happened there? Did John get a bit sideways? Oh, he's gone out wide and hit the wall. Did he get damaged? No, he didn't get damaged, but he's definitely run wide and into the wall. That's why the Supra's the OP. It didn't even get damaged when it hit a wall. Ha ha ha. And into the pits comes Slippy. And John decides to come in too. Why wouldn't he with no tyres? Baldy comes in as well. Max is in. Flashy stays out for another one. And he's going to run around. He's all on his own, so he'll have some clean air. Who else? Sam. Hitcho. Who else is coming in? They're both staying out. And here comes Sin Killer. Where does he come out in regards to Slippy? Does he hold on to his lead? And Slippy's just coming out of the pits now. So is John. And his tyres are warmer. His tyres are warmer. So Killer, I think he's got out just in front of Slippy. That's going to hurt Slippy if he can't get past him. He's going to have to tuck in behind him, so that's going to slow him down. So any advantage he had over John going into the pits could be eroded here if he can't get by. He's had to check himself there. So he's finding it hard to get past Killer. Does he make the move there? Killer nearly puts it in the wall. Does well to hold on to it. So Slippy's through now on Killer. So possibly going to be first on track at the moment. Killer's in second position. And we got Shepherd in sixth, but third overall after everyone does their pit stop strategies. Then we got Baldy out in seventh. Cyclone Dan's jumped Maxi in the pits. Stealthy. So we go back to Flash. Flash has run a little bit wide when the tyres are getting down. It's really hard to stay on track there because, as I said, your car just wants to drift wide. So this corner will really be hurting his front left, that's for sure. So we'll see if he comes into the pits. It's definitely coming into the pits. So into the pits he comes. Will he use softs or mediums? That'll be the question. Hitcho, is he going to do the same? The sun's starting to blind them. He's still got his damage, so he's got to get that fixed. Oh, and he stays out again. Okay, that's interesting. So Killer's now under attack by John. And he makes that pretty easy. So now Slippy is out and he's possibly going to get stuck behind Hitcho here. So the traffic's slowing Slippy down a bit. He's not pulling away as he was hoping to. Now he's going to try and go around the outside of Hitcho as they both come around. Oh, Hitcho's gone very wide through there. The under and over. And that's an easy pass for John now. He's tucked it up the inside. And look at the gap that's been closed up now because of the traffic. Righto. So now we've got Slippy and John back out in first and second position. We've got Hitcho who's still yet to stop. He's doing very well to still be out there, to be honest. And then you've got Killer who's going to stick with these guys as long as he possibly can. And Baldy's coming into the mix as well. And he's on racing softs as well. So after 11 laps, Cyclone Dan in sixth position. So he's going to be trying to chase down them two in front of him, that's for sure. He's just set a purple sector as well. Maxi after his pit stop is in seventh. Flash after his very, very late pit stop has come out in eighth place, right behind Maxi. And then we got Stealthy, Slam Sam. A bit of a lonely run for him today. And Stealthy's had no luck at all today, none at all. It's been very unlucky. But persistence pays off. All the points are good. Especially in the feature race, you get so many extra points in the feature race. So Slippy out in front at the moment. He's got Johnny right behind him. Killer, followed by Baldy. So the fastest lap's still a 1:59.797. These two look like they're starting to make a little bit of a gap over Killer. Killer's not going to want them to get away, that's for sure. It's a nice line there by Killer. He's got the car behind him. Baldy chasing him down in that Ferrari. Tucks it in nice and tight. little bit of a dip there. It's a deceiving corner here. You got to make it late. You got to have a late apex to get on the power. And Killer's been one of the guys up the front every single race so far this series, so he's doing very well at the moment. So we're right on with Dan. Dan's purple. One sector to go. Geez, these Supras are absolutely flying today. We're missing Pennywise today. Pennywise has got a really sore back. He's out with injury. Chiropractor obviously didn't do a good enough job. Maybe the hot rocks he needs next week, but we do miss him in this race because he would have been very fast here. So it's very unfortunate. And he was the series leader at the moment too. So yeah, very, very unfortunate for him. So, but I'm sure he'll come back next week. We're at Blue Moon Bay next week. Let's get back up the front. Ballie's caught up to Killer now. Oh, and a first 58, a 58.991 for Slippy. Fastest lap of the race. And John's sticking with him. But how are the tyres going? Slippy's tyres are okay. John's aren't as bad as they were in the first half of the race, so they should be able to run together now, really. Okay, let's go back down through the field. Baldy's still chasing down Killer. And then we got Cyclone Dan. He's gained a little bit on them. Then we got Maxi at Flash. They're running 6th and 7th. They've been running together for a while now. Stealthy still holding down 8th position comfortably. Got a very big lead over Sam, who was running in 9th position, who has a very big lead over Hitcho. But it's the first 4 positions seem to be the ones at the moment. And a move here by John. He's going to have a dive. He's dived up the inside there. Slippy gave him a little bit of room. It's not the end of the race yet, that's for sure. So there's still plenty of time to go. There's still 5 laps to go. So John's just pipped him for fastest lap there. So these two are battling it out. And Bally trying to get the under and over again. It's not the first time he's done that this race. And he looks like he's got the run too. He's definitely got the job done there. So the speed of the Ferrari up the straight, he's got that turn 1 sorted out to get the good drive out of the corner, that's for sure. And they duck into the corner. So Baldy's made that move stick. Dan's also caught right up to the back of them now. And then we got Slippy still chasing down John now. Some different lines, that's for sure. And these three are nearly all together now. So Baldy's pulled out a little bit on Killer, because Killer's on the medium tyres. So yeah, but he might have better tyres at the end of the race, possibly. And then we got Dan, he's on soft tyres as well, but he is really, really giving his tyres a battering. His front left is not in a good way. Looks like Baldy stopped dead then. Anyway, Slippy's still chasing down John. It's probably the closest battle on the track at the moment. It's very, very tight. Doing a fair bit of short shifting there, Slippy. Just trying to stay in the slip. Had to back out of it a little bit there. It's good to actually hear how the gears go through. Let's just ride on board at the back. Just that extra gear down to second gear to get that rotation into the corner. John runs a little bit wide there, puts a wheel on the grass. Baldy, he's starting to gap Killer. Cyclone Dan's catching up to Killer now. So this will be interesting because Dan's on soft tyres and they're nearly all gone. And Killer's on mediums, so his tyres are still much better than what Cyclone Dan's is. So it'll be interesting to see whether worn softs are better than worn mediums. And we got Flash, he's gotten past Max. Must have been a mistake there. We got Stealthy, Sam and Hitcho. Slippy's gotten back through. Let's see that move. He was behind. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide. So his tyres might be starting to go off. So Slippy's now back into the lead. And up over the hill. Coming down. Alright, so these two are still battling it out and there's 3 laps to go. Killer, he's got Baldy, Cyclone Dan right behind him now. Oh, Killer gets a bit of tail happy there. That's going to affect his exit speed. That's opened it up for Cyclone Dan to get a good run on him. He's trying to gain it back by jumping in the slip. Unfortunate mistake there. His tyre's starting to let go. Got a bit sideways. And Slippy and John still going at it. Slippy had a bad exit out of there that allowed John to duck down the inside. But Slippy still got the run into this corner. So these two have been going at it all race. It's been fantastic to watch, to be honest. They've been going at it. And they're still going. It's a fantastic race to watch at the moment. And Slippy's tyres are still not too bad. John's still got much more tyre left than what he had last time. So, yeah, that's good going by John to be able to rein his tyres back in. And then we've got Baldy out on his own in third. But Killer is now trying to get that position back from Cyclone Dan. We've only got 2 laps left once they come down this hill. And then we've got Maxi chasing Flash. Flash has pulled away a bit. Stealthy. And we've got Sam. And Hitcho's finally catching up to Sam a little bit there. Slippy in the run. He's still in, just holding him off. But John is definitely pressuring, that's for sure. So these two are going at it. That wasn't a very good exit there by Slippy, and John takes advantage by ducking down the inside. Slippy's trying the under and over. Definitely hasn't given it up. Oh, but he runs extremely wide. He's off into the grass. That's going to dirty his tyres. That's not good. That could be the opportunity that John needs to pull away. But we've got a lap and a half to go. So it looks like he's gotten about a second on him there. That might be pretty tough to catch back up, being they were running the same speed. So the 1 hour, it could have cost Slippy here. He was in the lead and just gave it up by the looks of it. Bit of pressure. Crumbled. Like an apple crumble. Bally doing a beautiful job in that Ferrari in 3rd position. Fantastic driving by Baldy. And then we got Dan still holding off Killer. Killer is definitely still chasing him down. But Dan's tyres are gone. They are absolutely gone. Killer's got a little bit of tyre left, but not a lot. Be interesting to see if he can get past him here. Got Flashy. We got Max, Stealthy, Sam and Hitcho. Sam and Hitcho fighting it out for 10th and 11th, 9th and 10th position. But Johnny Shepherd, he's pulled away now. I think that might be it. Final lap. I don't think Slippy's going to be able to pull that back in 1 lap. Unless John makes a mistake, which is very unlikely. But his front left is absolutely cooked. Slippy's is pretty much the same. So, it's not a huge tyre difference this time. Dan still holding off Killer. The Supras. What have we got? 3 Supras in the top 5. Killer's going to probably have a move here, possibly. He's definitely got the run on him. He's tried to go the outside. Oh, he's trying the under over. Anyway, we'll have a look up the front. And John's still managing that 1 second lead there by the looks of it. Slippy runs very wide there, so his tyres are obviously gone as well. And John's going to come home for the victory in the feature race. What a fantastic race by these guys. There were 17 laps, nose to tail pretty much. It was a fantastic race. It's been a good race all round, to be honest. John out in front, coming around the final turn. Victory for John. Great race. And then we have Slippy in 2nd position. And an amazing effort by Baldy in the new car, pulling off a 3rd position in the feature race. What a run. Cyclone Dan holding off Killer for 4th position. Great driving by those guys. Flashy coming home in 6th. And Max in 7th position. Good drive by them guys. Stealthy's had a pretty rough race this one. And stuck out on his own for quite some time of the feature race. But new car, new learning. Thing looks amazing though. Great drive by Stealthy. And Hitcho's gotten past Sam on the last lap. Comes home. The Ferrari gets past the McLaren. But he lets Sam through. There might have been contact there. So that's great sportsmanship there. So what a race. Fantastic racing by everyone, to be honest. Let's stop it. Yeah, fantastic racing there. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. it's been a pleasure bringing it to you. It's been a bit slow. Obviously, we're accountants, so we don't have a great deal of time at this time of year. Yeah, next week, Blue Moon Speedway. You don't see that in a championship very often, do you? So we're going to have a sprint race there and a feature. I don't know how many guys have raced there recently, but it should be a very, very interesting race. Round 8. We've only got 4 rounds to go, so tune in for the rest of them. Next week I'll put the points up on the screen so everyone knows where the championship leaders are. And yeah, it should be good. Thanks for joining tonight. Hopefully see you next round.